Yo, how we doing, guys? Big G, Big Quassy here. Hope we're doing fucking good, because I'm always good. Right, as you can see from the title of the video here, we're going to be talking about Canon events. So, what is a Canon event? So, it's a pivotal moment, an often traumatic or defining moment in a person's life that shapes their identity, personality, and their future life. Okay, so a lot of young individuals go through the same series of events which dictate their future. Now, being able to harness those certain moments dictates what type of life you essentially have. Okay, so we're going to go through, talk about these Canon events that a lot of people go through, and just discuss on how we can harness these and use these as fuel to propel ourselves. Okay, so we must remember that Canon events are moments that change everything. Let's get straight into it. So this is the journey. So every single man, I don't care who the fuck you are, have been through these different Canon events. And you've probably experienced near enough all of them. If you have, I feel for you, but you should have the most fire in your gut to succeed. I've been through, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been through all of them, which is absolutely savage, but yeah, let's get into it. So the first one, the heaviest one, the motherfucking heaviest one we all go through as a young man, is the breakup. This motherfucker comes heavy. So normally the way this comes about is from your first actual relationship, your first serious relationship from 18 to 23 years old. Fall in love with a pussy, fall in love with a nanny, fall in love with this girl, you're like, yo, this girl's good, she's this and she's that. And all of a sudden, you drift apart and you break up. Whether or not she cheats on you, you cheat on her. Whatever the circumstances arise, you end up breaking up. This shit here hits fucking heavy. If you ask anyone at all, I'm talking any young lad, they've been through this. This is the heaviest one you can possibly go through. The next one on the list is the self-realization. Now, I'm not saying a massive epiphany occurs, but you get the realization of yourself that, okay, in this day and age, in the world that we're in now, you must do what you need to do in order to succeed, because no one else is coming to save you. So you get that area of self-realization in itself, okay, you can see here. Next one is public humiliation. So I've had this personally. I've had this multiple times. This one seems to be keeps fucking creeping back. It doesn't ever want to go away. It always comes back, this one. So my most recent public humiliation was when I had my fight, my first fight. And that was on a T7 show, my first kickboxing show. And I'm going to be completely honest, I was absolutely shitting the brick. I was very, very nervous. And I went into the ring, had a good scrap, but unfortunately lost. Now, in that moment there, that was my personal public humiliation. Being around, say about 300 people just looking at me and I'm realising, fucking shit, I've just gone into a public place, tried to fight and got my ass beat essentially. Now, this is probably the most humbling one that you have, and I'd say this one, in combination with this one here, the breakup, gives you the most amount of fuel possible to propel you, okay? Next one is rock bottom. This is, I wouldn't say this is a major one, but it's just one that people experience. So whether or not it's becoming homeless or just losing all your money or losing out on that business, or for example, losing that job or getting fired from that job and you've got to start again. That's a fairly normal one, everyone goes through that one as well. Next one is being humbled. Oh my days, I've had this loads of times. Let me tell you a story. When I was younger, I used to think I was a fucking Donny. I used to think I was an absolute G. Bearing in mind, I've never had a fight before at this time. And after being, 14 to about 17, 18, I used to think I was an absolute G. I used to go down Paul Bournemouth with my friend. I'm not going to out him and say his name, but we used to go down there and we used to stare at people. And we used to think we were absolute Gs. And now looking back on it, he could fight. I couldn't. I just thought I was fucking rock up. Now, anyone that knows this, if you think you're hard, you're probably not, and especially if you don't know how to fight. So I used to walk around thinking I was a Donny and this and that. And one time, I would say when I was 21, I'd say yeah, 21, I went down to Bournemouth and I went out with my friends. I had 2-3 drinks, and this kid got leery with me. Yeah, I was like, you know, bro, we just need to chill out here. And I was with this bird, so I was acting a bit of a big man. And he's, oh yeah, step outside. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be a pussy old because this girl's here. Let me just go outside and sort this man out. When I went outside, I started talking and that. and where I was a bit tipsy, I wasn't on point, like I wasn't aware, no form of super consciousness whatsoever. I was just below it. The guy came in with the heaviest shot ever, rocked my fucking jaw. Hit me with the heaviest shot, knocked me back, I'd say about a good 10 foot. I didn't fall over though, stood my ground. It's them giant Timberlands I was wearing, they gave me a good bit of balance. But yeah, knocked me, shocked my whole fucking jaw. Everyone's gonna get humbled. Everyone's gonna get humbled. Now, me personally, I just stay a humble guy. I have a big ego, but I am a very humble guy. Because I know this one, if I get too big for my boots, God's gonna come along and let someone knock my teeth out. And I'm like, yo, I don't actually want that. So I'm just gonna stay calm and composed in that regard, you know? But upon this journey, we can see all of these things. So these are the main fundamentals. So these 5 here, near enough everyone experiences. And it's normal. I mean, you probably know yourself, or you know other individuals that have been through this, but I'm sure everyone throughout their life will go through these. And what does it do? Well, that's quite good. It unveils the true reality of life. It helps you become someone, so it gives you the foundation to be like, you know what, I don't want to be a pussy from the breakup, or when I have this self-realisation I want to be someone, or when I have this public humiliation I'm not just going to be a pussy, or when I hit my rock bottom I'm not going to allow that to be like the dictator of my life. I'm going to do something about it. And then being humbled, it's just another fucking league. I can't stress it. Once you get humble, you're like, yo, man's not a big man, which is a bit of a mad one. What it also does as well, helps you realise that discipline will take you further than motivation. Make you realise that you're not indestructible, that no one's come to save you, and that your emotions are signals and not commands. It's very powerful one there. Right, now so what does it create? It creates purpose. Does it create purpose? Purpose for what? Purpose for what? Purpose for transformation. So, what does the transformation do? Hold on, let me get a sip of mine. Cortado. I've had 6 coffees today, and it's, what time is it? Fucking 4 o'clock, it's not good. Stay away from coffee, guys. I'm joking, it's good. Yeah, so what does it give us? It gives us purpose for transformation. And what does that transformation in itself do? Well, the first one here, which is quite important, is it forces us to evolve. Now, I probably see in my other videos, so you know that I talk about reinvention quite a bit. Now, if you continuously become or continuously stay that same person, you're going to limit yourself. You're going to have a cap in your life, so you've got to constantly be reinventing yourself at the end of the day. So what it does is it forces you to evolve. God will give you one of these motherfuckers here if you're out there evolving, and you better hope it ain't being humbled or public humiliation. I'll take breakups any day. I'll take them any day. You know, but these give the heaviest amounts of fire, that being humbled and that public humiliation. Because going back on that story I talked about how I got lost my first fight. My second fight, yeah, I was hitting this guy with the heaviest fucking shots, bam, 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 like 4 or 5 knockdowns within the 2 rounds. And yeah, I won the fight, knocked his teeth out and everything. But Donnie, of course, you know how it is. But going back on that, so yeah, the purpose transformation, so it forces us to evolve, helps strip away illusions. So the childhood illusions of, my parents will help me, or this and that, and you've got to realise that no, you need to step up, be a man. And if you want the life that you want, you've got to put in the work. Helps build resilience, shapes identity, and redirects your path. Now, God has this fancy way of incorporating or bringing these motherfuckers into your life if you're on the wrong path. So I have this quite a bit. As I said, I do go through these ones, and they have the ability of creeping up on my life still to this day. So you got to make sure you're on your right path, because if not, God's going to hit you with some heavy shit. But yeah, guys, this wasn't going to be too long of a video. It's just wanted to talk about a few things, especially the Canon events that everyone goes through. Put down in the comments if you think that I should have included a few more, or ones that you've personally experienced, because it's good to get another perspective on other individuals' lives. But yeah, good to see you all, guys. I'll see you motherfuckers in the blizzard.